Your thoughts?
What? What? Who?
Nice.
There we go, Pat. 9:03 on this Thursday morning. It's 7-Eleven. It's time to gamble, Pat. It's 7-Eleven out there. It's a lucky, lucky day. CJ Nasello, it's our daily show right here on RiverBender.com, Roku TV. 9:03 is the time, and we got a great show for you. Going to be talking to Steve Pegram. Got Faith here in about 30 minutes or so, but who's counting? Steve's going to fill us in. The Gibson Girls are over at Grove Memorial Park, so he'll fill us in on all those details. They're there tonight at 7 o'clock. Don't quote me on that. I got to ask Steve because I don't remember time too well. But they're going to be doing the Music in the Park series tonight with the Gibson Girls and a Got Faith night, too, at Grove Memorial Park. So we'll get all the details on that and so much more. Sydney Sings joins us at 10:30, and she went to Chicago this weekend, and I got to ask some questions here. Maybe some good ones, maybe some bad ones, and then I got to boogie on out to another appointment. I'm telling you what, I have been busier than all get out this week, but that's okay, because that means you and I can hang out longer next week. Hey, here's what's coming down the pipeline tomorrow, too. We got a full show. We're going to be talking to OSF. We're going to be talking to St. John's Baptist up in Collinsville. So if you're available tomorrow, too, to hang out with me, please do, and make sure you stay tuned today until at 3 p.m. or 2 p.m. for You're Beautiful with Brian Trust, where he is going to have another insightful show that so many of you are starting to grow with and just be a part of, and I think it's great. Brian's doing a wonderful job. At 9:04, here's what's happening around the River Bend. Make sure you sign up for that daily email update. And we'll take you to Alton first. Alton Mayor David Goins provided an update on the reopening process, of Gordon Moore Community Park, and addressed concerns about mining operations at a recent city council meeting following a sinkhole at the park soccer field. Experts are finalizing drilling within a designated zone approved by the Mine Safety and Health Administration to ensure safety before reopening the park. Goins also debunked rumors of mining under the Milton neighborhood, clarifying that mining activities are confined to a specific area. Additionally, Alderman Strabel mentioned potential legislation by Representative Nikki Budzinski to regulate mining, which might prompt legal challenges. The meeting's recording is available online at RiverBender.com/video, and there will be a press conference on Tuesday at 10 a.m. at Gordon Moore Community Park, and RiverBender.com will be on hand to relay you that information. A convicted felon from Alton, Ivan T. Johnson, 51 years of age, faces serious new charges after allegedly discharging a firearm at two individuals, injuring one. Johnson has been charged with aggravated battery with a firearm, aggravated discharge of a firearm, and unlawful possession of a weapon by a felon. On the 25th of June, Johnson reportedly shot another person in the arm and chest and fired at another individual who was in a vehicle. Johnson, previously convicted in 2018 for unlawful possession of cannabis with intent to deliver, remains in custody at the Madison County Jail, awaiting a preliminary hearing set for Friday, July the 12th. Gracie PR, a prominent member of the Alton Marquette's women's golf team, has achieved a major milestone by qualifying for the 2024 USGA Amateur Golf Tournament in Stillwater, Oklahoma. Over the past weekend in Minnesota, the 20-year-old golfer secured her spot with an impressive 4-under par 68. Wow. Winning the qualifying tournament, this victory not only earned her a place in this prestigious event, but also an invitation to the Canadian Open. PR, a junior at Cal State Northridge, has been aiming for this achievement for years. Her former coach, Deb Walsh, lauded her hard work and dedication. The tournament will take place on the 5th of August and will run to the 11th at Southern Hills Country Club in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Gracie's journey has been marked by determination and resilience, making her an inspiration to many aspiring golfers. The golf community is eagerly anticipating her performance in Oklahoma. The remnants of Hurricane Beryl have significantly impacted area weather early this week, with showers and thunderstorms persisting over Monday and Tuesday. St. Louis meteorologist Molly Gerhart reported that flood warnings have been issued for parts of the region. There is a chance of more showers and thunderstorms today. The National Weather Service notes that temperatures will gradually warm up to the upper 80s to low 90s by the end of the week. Gerhart advises residents to avoid driving through flooded roads and staying informed. The weather is expected to be clear by the end of this week into next. Finally in the news today, for veteran barber Ron Ludoff, the job is more important than just providing haircuts. His new shop, Red Bird Barber Shop, located at 8111 North State 159, just north of Edwardsville. It offers classic cuts, modern styles, hot towels, and beard trims, priced affordably at $22 for haircuts and $5 for beard trims. Ron aims to foster a sense of community, building genuine friendships with his customers. After a successful stint with 39 Barbershop in Branson, Ron moved back to the St. Louis area to be closer to his grandchildren. Walk-ins are welcome, or appointments can be scheduled by calling 618-772-3780. 9:09, that's the time on this Thursday morning. Man, this week is just kind of... Monday and Tuesday were slow, but man, I'm telling you what, this week is just starting to fly on by. Currently, as you see on the bottom of your screen, it's 71 degrees in downtown Alton. It feels like 80 out there. Humidity at 95%. Whew! Talk about Miami weather. Hey, today partly sunny with a thunderstorm in parts of the area this afternoon and tonight. Mainly clear. We're getting out of that rain. Air quality is sitting at good right now at 35. Grass levels low, mold low, ragweed low, tree levels low, and the UV index is marked at an 11 today. That's extreme. So if you go outside for an extended period of time, slap on that sunscreen and keep your skin safe. Hey, for time and temperature throughout the day, 618-465-4545. This time powered by Bounce Back, Rehab, Recover, and Return Home. Let's take a look at your 5-day extended. Coming up on Thursday, a high of 86 degrees, a low of 66, with a 46% chance of more thunderstorms. Let's hope not. On Friday, a high of 87, a low of 69 degrees, with another 40% chance of thunderstorms in the area. On Saturday, the 13th of July, a high of 91 degrees, a low of 70, with a 55% chance of thunderstorms. On Sunday and Monday, get ready for some hot temperature. 94 degrees on Sunday, a low of 73, but on Monday, a high of 98, a low of 74. That's a look at your 5-day extended forecast. And that's a look at what's happening around the Riverbend at 9:10 on this 11th day of July. 7-Eleven Day. Does 7-Eleven still do that on 7-Eleven Day? I don't know. Just weigh in, comment, and let me know. I'm not a 7-Eleven guy. I don't know where one is, but I still think it's fun. It's a gambling day, I know that. So if my check comes in from the Illinois lottery, because I may or may not have won some money the last couple of weeks, might be a good day to go gamble. I don't know. Don't take my advice. Hey, you can take this advice, though. Let me fill you in on Village Dispensary. You know, these guys are just so good at what they do, and they're just a great supporter of mine, and I'm a huge supporter of what they do with Village Dispensary. You know, the cannabis industry, just like any industry, gets some bad raps from some bad apples that are in the bunch. But at Village Dispensary, it's all about quality, a quality experience, a quality building that was built by union, that was built local, and, you know, quality when it comes to their inventory, quality when it comes to your customer experience. You know, listen, we're busy people. It's 2024. Everyone I know has something to do all the time. You know, it just seems like that's the case anymore. So you only have a couple of minutes to run and grab something and run out to keep moving down the road. At Village Dispensary, they take care of you like that. I've timed it. I have timed this, and I have sent it over to them and said 2 minutes and 33 seconds, 4 minutes and 50 seconds. All those times actually were right within the margin of error, right around 2 minutes, right around 4 minutes is how long I wait in line. And it's because their bud tenders are experienced, they're quick, they have this really great way of streamlining that process. But let me be honest with you. Some of you maybe have never tried cannabis before. Maybe you haven't tried it since 1970. You know, let's be honest here. They have an educational center because, listen, so many things have changed the last couple of years with this industry and all the nuances and you name it. They have a consultation area where if you need to ask some questions, if you want to learn more about their products, they'll sit you to the side. They'll talk to you as ever long that you need to talk to them for so you can get that information, and then you're good to go. Let me fill you in. You know, at Village Dispensary, every day is truly a special day. I mean, listen to this. Roll into the week on Mondays with 25% off Dog Walker pre-rolls. On Tuesdays, it's time to get a little bit tasty. Tasty Tuesdays offers 25% off Dibs gummies. Those are some good ones. On Wednesday, it's all about getting a little waxy. 30% off Nevada disposable wax pins, and they taste good too. Got a good little punch behind them. And then on Thursdays, Thirsty Thursdays is what today is. 30% off all CQ sodas and shots. Plus, on Friday, hey, what goes better with a little bit of Flower Friday? I mean, nothing, right? Come on now. Flower Friday, 3.5 grams of Paul Bunyan for $25. You can't go wrong. Go into Village Dispensary and make sure you tell them that you know who sent you over their way because, as always, it's a joint effort. Let's take a little bit of a pause here. Let's look at Skycam, and we'll come back with more of our daily show on a Thursday. Does that sound good? I sure hope so.
When I got in the car accident at the ER, they gave me a prescription of hydrocodone. And over time, it took more medication to mask the pain. I moved over to drug seeking and found heroin and fentanyl. I went to the Centerstone rehab facility, and it was the best decision I ever made in my life. I have my own car, I have a job, there's nothing holding me back anymore.
Dream Home Realty Center.
Hey Sherry, talk to me, Dream Team.
We've got showing.
Yo, what up? It's Mike Keith, the proud graduate of Lewis and Clark Community College. I got my start in broadcasting and now I work all over the country. I discovered my path in media, but I could have been an electrician. Or I could have been a nurse.
Maybe not.
We are Phillips 66 Wood River Refinery. We make the fuels that take us to work and our children to school. We make materials and energy products that allow us to stay connected to each other. We care about the quality and safety of our products because we care about the communities we share. Our employees live our values of safety, honor, and a commitment to act as good neighbors where we live and operate. We are Phillips 66. Welcome back to our daily show. Here's CJ. Get on over here. It's 9:16, a little bit of change. It is 7-Eleven day. If only it was 21, too, you know? That was a fun day 3 years ago. I think I actually won money when I was gambling that day. I don't know. Hey, I found some stuff I wanted to fill you in on. So, because it's 7-Eleven day and we all know about getting a Slurpee from the gas station, I wanted to fill you in on something that I kind of find interesting. 7-Eleven, obviously, is a lucky number. Lucky numbers, plural. And I wanted to kind of fill you in on this. I stumbled upon this, and this is a little bit of just some of the the historic gambling milestones that have ever occurred. Let me fill you in. So, some experts believe that Italy was the birthplace of the casino, and from Italy, it spread across Europe, and it eventually made its way to the United States. Now, after centuries of back and forth battles over legality of gambling at the state and federal levels, it was legalized in specific states in the United States, like Nevada, to spur economic growth during the Great Depression. So after that, gambling spread, modernized, and became legal in 48 states. And sometime in the 90s, with the invention of the internet, gambling made its online debut and has since become a multi-billion-dollar industry. So gambling was around before man invented minted currency. Before people would bet money, they would gamble on their belongings, like food or land or livestock. Could you imagine giving your farmland away just like on a tic-tac-toe game? After the first currency was minted in the 7th century, gambling, well, it started to use money. Gambling remained the same after that until controlled gambling environments, also known as casinos, were invented in the 1600s. People would gamble in these environments rather than in the privacy of someone's home, back alleys, or even drinking establishments. So here's the timeline. In 2300 BC, that was the first known record of gambling. That was the first known record. So it could have happened before then, but 2300 BC, around there, the first known record of gambling. 600 BC, the first minted currency is invented in Lydia in the 7th century. In 800 AD, the first record of playing cards is made in China. In 1600, the first casino was invented in Italy. In 1800, gambling houses became more common in Europe and appeared in the United States. In 1850, a big day for so many of us. The first known slot machine was invented right around 1850. In 1930, gambling became legalized in certain states, creating gambling hubs like Las Vegas, Nevada, and Atlantic City. In 2000, online gambling became a multi-billion-dollar industry. By the end of the second millennium, in 2010, with the invention of smartphones in the 2000s, brought access to gambling into the palm of someone's hand, and by the beginning of the next decade, it's pretty much all what I see people doing. Sports bet is the current trend. Now, Wallet Hub, okay, did something really fascinating in April. So gambling exists in every state, even Hawaii and Utah, where gambling is prohibited by law, but not all gamblers are the same. Recreational or social gamblers, for instance, buy the occasional lottery ticket, take the rare casino trip, or bet small stakes in fantasy sports, but they set limits on how much they gamble and don't cause financial harm to themselves, obviously. When gambling gets out of control, though, it becomes a real medical condition. Gambling disorder, as it's known, affects about 1 to 3% of all U.S. adults. The addiction can be serious or can lead to serious economic consequences. Now, while the gambling industry made a record $66.5 billion in revenue last year, U.S. consumers experienced over a $100 billion year in total gambling losses annually. Isn't that? Well, listen to that again. So the gambling industry made $66.5 billion in revenue last year, while U.S. consumers experience a over $100 billion per year in total gambling losses annually. I just find that really fascinating. So Wallet Hub has compared the 50 states where excessive gambling is most prevalent. Their data set of 20 key metrics range from the presence of illegal gambling operations to lottery sales per capita to the shares of adults with gambling disorders. So here are the top 5 most gambling addicted states. Of course, the first one is Nevada. Number 2 would surprise you. South Dakota. That surprised me a little bit. Number 3, Montana. Number 4, Louisiana. And number 5 was Pennsylvania. Those are the most addicted gambling states. So when it talks about, breaking it down by the number, where do we sit out here in the, grand scheme of things? Where does Illinois rank? Well, let me take you to it. Following Pennsylvania, Oklahoma comes in 6th, followed by Mississippi, followed by West Virginia, Oregon's at 9th. 10th is New Jersey. I'm surprised New Jersey isn't a little higher up with Atlantic City. Number 11, California. Number 12, North Dakota. Number 13 for the most gambling addicted states in the country, Rhode Island. Number 14, Texas. Number 15 is Illinois. So gambling friendliness rank keeps Illinois at 18. Now the gambling problem and treatment rank puts it at 28. So it balanced out to right around 44.35 on their score, which takes into account 22 different metrics. But Illinois ranked 15th in the country for most gambling addicted states. What about my friends over in Missouri? 24. See, I don't think that's accurate. As much grief as, the illegal slot machines that have been talked about for like 3 years on a certain station over there, they have got to be contributing to this more. There is no way that Missouri is that far down on the list. I don't know. I don't buy it. Hey, I just had to share that with you because, it's 7-Eleven day, and just think about this. So Nevada has the most casinos per capita, but they're tied. They are tied with South Dakota and Oklahoma. Fourth is North Dakota, so you got tied for first, Nevada, South Dakota, and Oklahoma. North Dakota comes in fourth, followed by Montana, which is fifth. Now, when we talk about the fewest casinos per capita, Georgia has the fewest, or is tied for the fewest with Hawaii, Kentucky, New Hampshire, and South Carolina. Now, listen to this. Gaming machines per capita. You would think Illinois has got to be on the list. We ain't even close. We are Oklahoma, Nevada, South Dakota, and Montana are all tied for first place, but New Mexico comes in fifth because of the 4 places that are in front of it. With the fewest are Georgia, Hawaii, New Hampshire, South Carolina, and Tennessee. So Nevada is the most gambling addicted state, but that's no surprise. It's the gambling capital of the world. Now, about 2.7% of adults in Nevada have these gambling disorders, one of the highest rates in the country, and the state ranks number 1 when it comes to Gamblers Anonymous meetings per capita. Nevada also has some of the most arrests per capita for illegal gambling. So in Montana, though, it ranks third, but this is a little bit interesting to me. When it comes to gambling addiction, around 2.5% of the state's residents have a gaming disorder, one of the highest percentages actually in the country. It may be difficult for people to overcome their addiction too, considering the fact that Montana does not have gambling counselors and does not require businesses to train their employees on disorder and problem gambling. So I just had to share that with you. It was something that I came across for 7-Eleven day, and really just kind of wanted to, throw that in there. But South Dakota, they gave an explanation for it. It ranks second with some of the most casinos and gaming machines per capita. It also has a high prevalence of gambling through lottery tickets, with the 10th highest lottery sales per capita at 18 plus. So South Dakota has legalized betting on fantasy sports, regular sports, horse races, and it even allows gambling machines to be put in stores just like here in Illinois. With so many different ways in legal ways to gamble, it makes sense that many residents have this problem. And the grip on gambling has on the Mount Rushmore state is evident in the fact that it has a very high number of gamblers anonymous meetings per capita. So just as always, if you know that you have a problem gambling, call 1-800-BETS-OFF and make sure that you get the help that you need. But I just had to share that with you. With gambling becoming so prevalent today, 7-Eleven day, what a perfect tie-in. You're welcome. Thank me later. I'm just kidding. Hey, are you looking for a fresh start on the road to recovery? A life free from addiction is possible, and it starts at Centerstone. Centerstone is a national leader in mental health and substance use disorder treatment for people of all ages, with a commitment to delivering care that truly changes people's lives. Centerstone's dedicated clinicians use evidence-based practices in their treatment programs, meaning the recovery care plan is developed for you based on the latest science. There's so many unknowns on this road to recovery, folks, but one thing you can know for sure is that Centerstone will be that constant guiding force for you on your recovery journey. Addiction can happen to anybody, but the good thing is, so can recovery. So start working toward your recovery today by visiting Centerstone online at recoverwithus.org. That's recoverwithus.org, or by calling 1-877-HOPE-123. You can also join Centerstone and myself on the first and last Wednesday of each and every month as we tackle that very important topic.
Since 1993, Sparks Junk Removal is always adapting to the needs of our clients. That is why we now offer weekly trash pickup for selected areas. Plus, we offer driveway-safe rubber-tired dumpster rental. Give us a call today at 618-781-1407 or visit us at sparksjunkremoval.net.
Macias Insurance Agency, providing quality products with extremely competitive prices. As an independent provider, we source multiple companies to offer the best rates possible, covering auto, home, business, and life insurance. Our goal is to provide quality service that meets and exceeds customer expectations. You can rest easy knowing the Macias team is working round the clock to ensure that both you and the most important parts of your life are covered. Our qualified professionals make the insurance process easy so you can live carefree and focus on what matters most. Visit MaciasInsuranceAgency.com today to find out what our team can do for you.
Not sure if you've noticed, but those advertised prices from the other dealers are just a bunch of blah, blah, blah. At Roberts Motors, the advertised price is the price you pay. And that, my friend, is great news for you. Don't fall for their so-called incentives that will leave you banging your head against the wall. Go with Roberts Motors. Prices you can trust and people you will like. That's the Roberts Motors way. And trust me, it's the way to go.
Has free checking become a thing of the past? Not if Liberty has anything to say about it. With 3 free personal checking options and even a free business checking account, free is alive and well at Liberty Bank, the local bank that gives you free checking choices and more cashing in your pocket. Bank locally, bank Liberty. For more information, visit www.bankliberty.com.
Riverbender Radio has built 3 great new stations just for you in the Riverbend. The Eagle, the Riverbend's classic rock station. The Bridge, hit music for the Riverbend. And The River, today's country, and all your favorites. Check them out today at RiverBenderRadio.com.
Welcome back to our daily show. Here's CJ.
Welcome back, 9:30. Hey, here's what's happening this weekend. You know, you guys really like this Weekend Go Guide. I'm glad that we're doing it here. With that being said, there's a ton of stuff happening this weekend. As always, you can always go to RiverBender.com and go to their community calendar, go to our community calendar, and you can see all the events happening throughout the week, the weekend, and beyond at any time. Porch Cafe is back at the Alton VFW on Saturday night. No cover charge and a big old dance floor. Come spend your Saturday night with Porch Cafe starting at 7 p.m. at Alton VFW, Post 1308 on Albee. Ablaze Encounter the Presence of God offers free county-wide events where you can join them for live music, powerful stories of hope, and individual prayer if desired. There will be service on Sunday evening on the county courthouse grounds. Worship will be delivered by a local church team, and the message will be given by Dr. Christy Limley. There will also be a time for prayer in separate prayer area if you would like more prayer. That's at the Greene County Courthouse, 519 North Main Street in Carrollton, Illinois, Sunday, July the 14th. There's a wide array of events happening on Friday, and it starts off with, well, let's just take you to the Jersey County Fair. Experience that week of fun as it continues the tradition. The Jersey County Fair is still going on, and it ends on Friday. There's something for everyone from July the 7th to the 12th. Indulge in a delightful shopping experience at Sip and Shop. Sorry. Join Rachel & Co. Coffee House on July the 12th for boutique clothing, accessories, and more while enjoying a great cup of coffee with your friends. You can explore nature with the SSP, Senior Services Plus Hiking Club. You can join their hiking club leader on July the 12th at Willoughby Heritage Farm for a moderate hike and connect with your fellow nature enthusiasts. Let your kids showcase their skills at Survivor Games. On July the 12th in East Alton at the Kiesler Complex, participants will join tribes to complete obstacles and puzzles. Lunch is served at noon, and the event is free for ages 5 to 12. It's time to celebrate the end of an era at the Cat Daddy's retirement party. Wear your Cat Daddy's t-shirt and share your favorite stories on July the 12th and 13th at Cat Daddy's Tavern while you enjoy that shot of course at Dr. McGillicuddy. RiverBender.com, myself, will be out there live 4 to 6 on Saturday, and for the ones that are there that missed the fun, there will be a replay throughout the week. Enjoy an evening of live music and festivities at the Maryville Fire Homecoming on July the 12th through the 13th. My apologies, it kind of jumbled up on me. At Fireman's Park, you can enjoy live music, rides, games, food, and parades on the 12th through the 13th in Maryville. You can catch the Truckers live on July 12th at the loading dock. Enjoy a night of honky-tonkin' and rock and roll with great music and good times. And you don't want to miss out on the Steve Ewing Duo, which is at Bakers and Hale on Friday, July the 12th for an evening of fantastic music, delicious food, and great company. Also on the 12th, get ready to groove with the Soul Shine Groove Band. You can join them at the Wood River Moose on Friday, July the 12th for a night of energetic live music from 7 to 10 p.m. You can enjoy an electrifying performance by Champagne Fix Weekend at Fast Eddie's Bon Air. Catch them live July 12th and the 13th and enjoy, of course, the coldest beer in town. You can join the Poor Dirty Astronauts, what a band name, live for an epic live jam on July the 12th at the Conservatory in Alton. Don't miss out on the great music and the good times. You can rock the night away, too, with Harvest Drive as they're live on July the 12th at Third Shoot Bar and Grill in Alton. Enjoy cold drinks, fantastic music all night long. On Saturday, July the 13th, experience the vibrant atmosphere of the Land of Goshen Community Market in downtown Edwardsville, where your favorite vendors and new ones come together with fresh produce, cut flowers, and tasty treats for everyone. You can head on over on the 13th to the Alton Farmers and Artisans Market in Alton, where you can find a wide selection of locally grown seasonal fruits and vegetables, fresh-cut flowers, potted plants, grass-fed meat, local honey, and much more every Saturday morning through October the 21st. You can visit the market days at Country Vibes, Vendors and More in Bunker Hill, where a flea market farmers market event is hosted every Saturday through September the 7th. You can help keep our community clean at the Highway 67 Litter Cleanup in Godfrey. You can join in on a pet food and supply drive in remembrance of Trinity's upcoming birthday with Trinity's Way. You can head on over to the market at Milton for the warehouse and community yard sale, where you're going to find great deals or set up your own table to sell your own items. Bring your family to the Little Red Riding Hood performance at Edwardsville Public Library, an opera for kids that features world-famous tunes and tons of fun. Celebrate the release of Genevieve and the Magic Haskell Playhouse this Saturday. Genevieve and the Magic Haskell Playhouse singing and story time at Lucy Haskell Playhouse. Story time followed by a book signing with author Evelyn King. Also on I know, we're just on to Saturday. Also on Saturday, enjoy outdoor Taekwondo at the TKD in the Park event at Alton Amphitheater, where special classes for all ranks and ages are held. You don't want to miss the Route 66 Main Street Mingle in Verdon, where a vibrant outdoor market brings the community together with diverse vendors and, of course, unique finds. Learn about the significance of George Caleb Bingham's river paintings at the George Caleb Bingham and the River Paintings event with D. Kilgo, Ph.D. The event is at the Genealogy and Local History Library in Alton. Oh, man. We still got more. Enjoy live music by the Skylark Brothers at the Vineyards Music Event at the Grafton Winery Vineyards location, plus at the Winery and Brew House location in downtown Grafton. Catch a live performance of Scott and Carl with some great live music. You don't want to miss the live performance of Extrusion, where they're going to be playing at the Conservatory in Alton on Saturday night. And then coming up as well, you can enjoy an evening of music at Bakers and Hale on Saturday night with Rum Boogie Acoustic Live, and then wrap up your Saturday with an epic gospel music performance at the Oakwood COGIC Choir Gospel Music Explosion event in Godfrey, featuring Michael Roberts and the Voices of Deliverance. On Sunday, today is Sunday will be your last day for all of you to record your summer reading program notes in Beanstack, so just all of you that are participating, note that that is the final day. On Sunday, the Litchfield Pickers Market, the Pickers Market of the season is happening in downtown Litchfield. The award-winning juried antique sale includes arts and crafts, live music, and a variety of vendors. Enjoy your day out by visiting the Litchfield Pickers Market. You can join for a special performance by Ignite Youth Choir at Elsa United Methodist Church at 8:45 a.m. on Sunday. Come out and worship by attending the Ignite Youth Choir concert. The Bethalto Farmers Market is open every Sunday from June 9th through the 13th of October at Bethalto Central Park. Discover fresh produce, artisan goods by visiting over there in Bethalto. Also, there's just a ton. Also on Sunday, join the Riverbend Sexual Wellness Guide for an in-depth discussion on consent, sexual wellness, and sexual aftercare. The class, will be a guided meditation. Don't forget to bring your comfort items. Attend this insightful session by visiting that sexual wellness discussion at Milton Schoolhouse. If you enjoy live music, you will love this one. The NGK Band at the Grafton Winery and Brew House on Sunday afternoon. Relax and enjoy some great tunes and, of course, some great wine while you attend that show. The Alton Municipal Band has kicked off their 134th concert season, and they have been in full swing the past couple of weeks. Enjoy music at Haskell Park on Sundays at 7 p.m. by attending the Alton Municipal Band's 134th concert season, and that's just a great event. On Thursdays and Sundays throughout the summer, it's a great thing to take your family to. At 9:39, someone who I consider family, honestly, is Denise Sparks. Anytime I pick up the phone and I call Denise, she answers right away. What do you need? And it's because she just is a good person, and it shows through with the service that she renders to the community. At Sparks Junk Removal, it's all about just the community. I mean, it really is. If you pick up the phone, guess who you get? Denise Sparks. If you have an issue, you call Denise, she calls you right back. It's not, well, let me call you back next week. No, we'll figure it out now. Listen, for 30 years, you have used Denise Sparks for your junk removal and hauling needs. You got that rotted out hot tub ripped out of the backyard because your mother-in-law was getting ready to report you to the city. I mean, all those things happened, right? You had a hoarder house you got to get cleaned up. All the above, Denise Sparks has been there. The last couple of years, she switched the hat over and made it 2 hats. Now she's the queen of junk and she's the queen of trash with weekly trash service all throughout the Riverbend. I'm telling you what, my parents love it. They haven't looked back. And so many I've talked to said, CJ, this has been just a perfect situation for me. It's because they care about the community. It's because they aren't littering on our roadways. She keeps those trucks clean. She makes sure that if someone has any situation that they need taken care of, she's right there to help out. With those free community events that she does too, like the free Christmas tree pickup, where you just tell her where they're at and she goes and gets it for you and takes care of all the disposal in an eco-friendly way each and every time. That's why I love Sparks Junk Removal and Hauling. You can visit sparksjunkremoval.net and just start your journey with the Queen of Junk, now the Queen of Trash, today.
I set the thermostat so my house would be warm when I got home from work, but the kitchen is still cool.
At Barrett Heating and Cooling, we stand behind every Linux system we sell.
My dealer said he'd take care of everything.
At Barrett Heating and Cooling, we understand everyone wants prompt, professional service.
Turns out it wasn't my furnace after all, just a little something blocking the vent.
Pretty smart dog if you ask me. For service you can count on, call Barrett Heating and Cooling.
Lennox, innovation never felt so good.
You won't find a better health club than Nautilus Fitness Center. More cardio, more free weights and equipment, more classes, a swimming pool, and more. If you're serious about your health and want to make a change, then stop thinking about it and visit Nautilus Fitness Center on Industrial Drive in Alton. Don't fall for the hype you get from the other health clubs. Nautilus is the Riverbend's premier health club. Has been for years and will be for years to come. Get to Nautilus Fitness Center and get started on a healthier new you.
DJ Mike Keith.
This is where I am today. Let me show you where I started.
Life's better when you're under our roof. That's because our expert agents will make you feel totally protected with the right auto and home coverage at the right price. Also, you can enjoy the dreams you worked so hard to achieve. American Family Insurance.
For the biggest selection of pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs in the Riverbend, visit AltonToyota.com or stop by their location on the Homer Adams Parkway in Alton. Winner of the prestigious President's Award, Munganast Burkhardt Alton Toyota knows how to treat their customers, and they will help you find the vehicle that is perfect for you. For years, Munganast Toyota has been a fixture in the Riverbend, and now Munganast Burkhardt carries the tradition. New name, but the same great service you've come to expect.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
Okay, I don't know what I did, but I love it. I love it all. Steve Pegram, good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Man, I'm doing great. Every time I see you, put a smile on my face. And we were talking. We had on Peggy with Grove Memorial Park, Music in the Park. She was wonderful.
She is awesome.
Her husband was wonderful too.
Yes.
And I heard just so many great things. I have yet to make it down there because of just the news business and all that. But from what I've heard, man, this is like the coolest community event there is in the region.
It is. It's awesome. And I've Got Faith has been down there. I don't even know how many. Been more than 10 years. Because
really?
I was down there before Peggy took over. And she has just made it just grow.
It is
awesome.
really taken off. And just this summer, how's the music been?
Good. But this is the first, as far as I know, in 10 years, the first time we've had a Christian band there. And to me, that is awesome.
Well, and honestly, you know, Steve, what I think's really cool about that too is the Gibson Girls have such a pulse on the community.
They do.
I mean, every time someone picks up the phone and calls, they're there. And it's going to be a great opportunity for folks that maybe see their pictures all over the place to go and just have a nice, peaceful Thursday evening.
Yes, awesome. Yeah, they do a lot of stuff for veterans also.
A ton.
Yes.
I saw that they were in an airplane or going to Washington, D.C.
Yeah.
It's amazing that we have a group like that just lives in the community.
And one thing that the Gibson Girls have done for Got Faith, I don't know how many times they've played for Got Faith and never asked for a dime.
Are you serious?
Honestly, yeah. And they're actually, I got so many things to tie in with them. The Gibson Girls are going to be...
Oh, okay. So we got a lot to talk about. Let's start off with
Timmy Zell.
Yeah. So let's.
I got so much. Oh, tonight. Also, we got 200 of these we're going to give away. Got Faith is going to give them away. Donated by Walmart, but they gave us yesterday. Actually, here's how it started. Santa went and talked to the manager of Walmart, my cousin Santa.
Yeah.
And Santa wanted to get something to donate. July 25th is Breakfast with Santa from 8 to 10 at our building, and Santa wanted to give something to give away to people.
Right.
So Walmart gave Santa yesterday, picked them up, 128 turkeys.
You know what's weird? You have some Christmas magic to you. So I'm talking to Steve a couple of minutes ago, and all of a sudden this blue bag just kind of popped up out of nowhere. Hold on here. You know, I've had a lot of people give me certain things. I have never once. Hold on here, folks. We got time to play with.
Yes, we do.
It's all about timing. Look at this kahuna. Can you pull the bag, Steve? I got a whole turkey. Christmas came early today.
Yes,
Thank you so very much. And I mean, this was just the coolest darn thing you could have done today, Steve. This was cool. So you're giving away 128 of those bags.
Well, we're giving away 100 because I'm giving away 28 to people who.
That's cool.
And the thing of it is, here's the thing, and same thing with this here. We got 538 boxes yesterday. We got 300 and something going in our food pantry.
Yeah.
So I took 200 to go to Music in the Park tonight. But there's so many times, we always give away to the people who are needy or you know what? Christian people, they need to be blessed too. So it's our way of blessing everybody because we love everybody.
You know, that's a good point because even though, folks, that you serve, like you just said, lower, on bad on their luck and things are tough. But, what about the mom and dad that are, still working, life's good, they have a house, the cars, but, money's tight right now.
It is.
And a little gesture like that, just something that puts a smile on someone's face.
So that's what we're planning on doing down there tonight.
Can I ask you something? Because
these are yours too, by the way.
I love it. So I got to ask you about this, though, because this is really important to me. What's important is in your pantry, you have how many of these currently?
338,
something.
whatever.
You aren't giving away
times 10.
Yeah.
So that's 3,000. We got 5,000 something taco shells yesterday.
Well, and on top of it, these aren't great value taco shells. These are name brand food items that are up at your food pantry too. I mean, everyone is experiencing good food then.
Right. And the thing of it is, it's not. A lot of times we get stuff and it's like the dates or it's getting really close to dates. These are October.
Oh,
so
yeah, you're fine.
2 months.
Well, I'm telling you, what's funny? I actually took out hamburger meat today for dinner. So I'm going to make tacos.
Good deal.
So, Steve, take me through this because coming up tonight is Grove Memorial Music in the Park.
Yes.
And what time does this start?
Starts at 7.
And will Got Faith have their booth set up?
We do. We have a booth every week there, and we just give free lemonade, and we got snacks and everything's free. You know, it's just.
Man, I just am a fan. I really am. The more I get to, that's why this shirt still stays up here.
I see it.
Anytime I turn the show on, I want people to see Got Faith. And now, we'll come back to Music in the Park just to wrap up on. But take me through this Sabbath coffee.
Okay, that is something brand new.
Yeah, it looks. I've never heard of this.
Right now, can we go? This is the 20th.
Yep.
Can we go the 20th in the morning from 9 to 1? And I don't have a flyer for this yet, but from 9 to 1, it's going to be Miss Martha's Closet is part of our thing, and we've got all kinds of stuff there. But everything there is going to be 1 can of food. Or if you don't have a can of food, it's going to be $1. And 80% of our clothing is from Walmart, brand new.
Yeah.
Or Cato's.
Well, and the thing is, Steve, I mean, for so many people, and I've said this to kids my age that are, they're just getting out of college, they don't have any money.
Right.
I said, go up to Got Faith and get some T-shirts at least, or get something to where, you don't have to spend $48 to get a box of, socks.
Right. We've been seeing high school kids in there lately. And to me, that's awesome.
You know what? It's cool to know, though, that you're starting to really go across generations and people are knowing where the doors open at.
Yeah.
The mission's being served, man.
Yeah. So that's in the morning from 9 to 1.
So real quick, though, not to cut you off, but it's 1 can of food per clothing item or $1 per clothing.
Or we've got all kinds of miscellaneous stuff.
Really?
And it's because we don't normally do this. We just normally do clothing.
Yeah.
But I don't know if you remember at the fairgrounds, we used to do it once a year.
Okay.
And we had all of that stuff out there. Well, we got all that stuff again, but I want to get rid of it.
There you go.
So 1 can of food. The very last time we did that at the fairgrounds, we got 5,000 cans of food in 2 days. Can you believe that? Unbelievable.
That is unbelievable.
Yeah.
But you know what I think's really cool?
And at our aisle that we've got today, it's Sanford and Son.
But I'm going to give you this, Steve, and I don't know, you're a spark plug for so many things in Got Faith is. Because think about it. That person that donated a can of food, I always think about this because we always have things that happen, where, maybe the car broke down, your tires popped on the highway or, who names it. Something happens. But that one gesture of just going, why am I going to go get a can of food and go bring that in?
Yeah.
When they make that gesture, it changes their perspective on the day.
Right.
And that becomes the spark of life in the community.
And that's the other thing at Music in the Park back there again. The thing, all we ask for is we ask for people to donate. And we get, I take a suitcase down there and it's always full every week. And I just wheel it to the van and throw it in there and it goes to our food pantry.
I got to ask you, have you ever sat there and just kind of a couple of minutes and just talked with God about all the things that have happened to you lately? Because I couldn't imagine, all the feelings you have, because we talked when you were first moving into the building.
Yes.
And it just seems like in those, not even 2 years, you've had exponential growth.
And it's all God, you know,
Yeah.
and it's not me.
Yeah.
It's not me. I got to give all the credit to God. And there's so many people out there that are helping. It's just unbelievable.
Yeah, well, Stephen, I mean that seriously. I mean, this is really impressive, and it's really cool to know that there's something great for the community.
Right.
And and one thing I wanted to ask you, and it's an obvious question, but just for our audience, you don't have to live in Jerseyville to go to Got Faith.
No. And it's for everybody. And a lot of people think it's just for people who need it, you know. We don't care. You know, there's people out there that the more money that you can save, the more money you can either give or put in your gas tank or pay for your kids, maybe take out to dinner. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I just saved a couple dollars tonight.
I saw something. Let me tie this in. I saw someone on Facebook yesterday that blew my mind. And it was an individual who has a great job. And it was multiple. I mean, it was just someone made the post and everyone followed that they were very surprised by their electric bill this month.
Yes.
I mean, very surprised.
Yes.
And you know, when you're paying a $500 plus electric bill, grocery money gets a little bit tighter, and that's where a Got Faith comes in, because you know that you can go up there and you can at least get through to the next pay period to get caught up again.
Right, and that's what helps us. Martha's Closet is what helps us. With our electric bill, and you're talking 5,000. We're talking thousands.
I couldn't even imagine with that building.
We just had a water leak, and we didn't know it until we got our water bill, and it was leaking underneath the building.
Yep.
And you can't get to it.
No. And so I guess
our water bill was $1,500. Yeah.
Oh.
Can you believe that?
That actually makes me kind of.
But we got it fixed. What we did is we cut off. It was a hot water leak too.
Oh,
so,
no.
And then the electric goes up. I haven't seen the electric bill yet, but they cut off the water, and so we just got cold water, but it's going to the bathrooms on just one little section, and it's a handicap restroom.
Yeah, and that's needed.
Yes, definitely. So.
Wow. I mean, but those water leaks could just be
unbelievable.
Deadly. Well, and especially with a building as big as that, it's hard. It's not like it's my house where you can see water sitting in the yard somewhere.
Right.
Wow.
We don't go downstairs every day.
No. Gosh.
But,
well, and now on the 20th, though, from 6 to 7,
yes.
I want to ask you about this because this seems very unique. So, Sabbath Coffee, Christ offers forgiveness for everyone, everywhere. Fill me in on the purpose of this, the mission of it, and all the details that are awaiting us from 6 to 7 p.m. on Saturday, July 20th.
This is Got Faith, and here's what I think. I like to look at Got Faith, and we work out of the box. Mm-hmm. You know, it's like a tic-tac-toe, and then you put, like if you had XX and an O up here, but you put an X outside the box. So then you got 3 X's. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get that. Yeah,
you gotta picture it.
Yeah.
And that's what I always think.
Yep.
Think outside the box, and you can still make it. And that's what this is. As far as I know, it's never been done. Mm-hmm. And what it is we're going to give away free coffee and tea and water. Now, no food. We're not doing food. But if you want to order something from Domino's or whatever, have it delivered. Or bring it and sit at your table. We're doing it in our banquet room. And it's just a kind of a get together, kind of. Now, Randy Newberry's going to do a little bit of preaching, and you know, it's not going to be preaching though. It's going to be spreading the word.
Yeah.
You know, and there's a difference.
Yeah, there is.
Between sitting there and listening to somebody for an hour. We're talking 10 minutes, and there's going to be music, and it's just going to be something for people to come and get together on Saturday nights. You know, so you don't. You know, a lot of people will do things at their house. Mm-hmm. And you don't have to get your house messed up. You can come to our place and we'll clean it up for you.
Take you a step further here.
Yeah.
So many of the folks on a Saturday night have one thing in their mind, and it ain't going to church.
Yeah, true.
This could be a good opportunity maybe to take a step back and go, you know what? Instead of going out to the bar this early, I'm going to go over to Got Faith for an hour and at least and maybe that starts the process.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
That's where I look at things. I'm always a glass half full type of guy. There's a lot of hope there.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of good things. So there's fellowship, Bible study too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
What's going to go on in the just open discussion?
Just kind of open discussion and just probably talking about stuff that they don't talk about in church.
Well, let me ask you about that, because there is. I've talked to so many folks lately about that, and we have a show called You got to get on You're Beautiful for an hour with Brian in the afternoon.
Right.
That'd be a good. Brian does a spiritual show about exploring faith. I got to get you connected.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
Yeah.
But I was, talking to some folks about that, because there is this disconnect of being open in certain church communities, because people are fearful of, their interpretation could be taken the wrong way, and then people start talking. There's a security issue and a safety issue.
Right.
Here's a great opportunity to go outside the comfort zone a little bit and know that you're going to be accepted no matter what your thought is.
Right. It's gonna be a good thing. It's Sabbath coffee.
And I'm going to add that to the community calendar too.
Yes.
And now, will this be a weekly or a monthly?
It's every Saturday.
Every Saturday. I love it.
Yeah.
Really cool, and we'll link that on our community calendar for you and make sure people know. And now, coming back to Tim Azell, you guys have a pretty special relationship there, don't you?
We do, and he's been going through a lot. He actually, I don't know if you watched him on the news.
I didn't. I haven't.
He's been hurt.
Oh, no.
He hurt his back. He's got, I can't think. The same thing Michael J. Fox has got.
No way.
Yeah. And
he is too good of a man. I mean, seriously, all he's done for communities and around the St. Louis Metro East. I hate to hear that.
And he's going good with it and everything. He was going to boxing classes. It's something that they do. I can't. What is it? I can't think of the name of it.
Oh goodness. MMA. BJJ. Brazilian
you know what I'm
Jiu-Jitsu.
talking
No, I
about.
get what you're talking. But it's what a good man, and I pray for him. I hope it all goes well. That breaks my heart. That really does.
Yeah, and he just had surgery last week, and he said he's doing good. And yeah.
So he'll be up here though for the 500-man breakfast.
Yes.
How did it go last year?
It was I had 248 men. And I think it was 50 women, 58, something like that.
So you were pretty...
And it's women, too.
Yeah,
we don't care, as long as they hear the word. Now, the very first year we were doing it, we had all these women call and say, hey, can we come to your, 500 men? And we said, as long as you wear your mustache, we ain't got no problem.
Oh, no!
But we had women coming with their mustaches.
Did you?
Yes, it was so funny.
I love that, man. I love that.
But you don't have to wear your mustache
No,
this year.
just show up. But, I mean, you were right on close to 500 people then, weren't you?
Yeah, really close. And the thing of it is, it's going to be right in front of Walmart is where we do it now. We used to do it out at the fairgrounds. Now we're right in front. And to me, that's speaking something right there. That's God at work.
Let me ask
do
you
that
this.
right in front of Walmart.
That's what I was leading into with this. Was there ever any hesitation to do it there? Because let's call it the elephant in the room. Because sometimes there is some fear. People are going to ridicule you, mock you when you do those type of things.
Right.
Was there ever any hang up, or was this just where it needed to be?
That's where it needed to be.
God love it. I just think that's so cool, man.
We just got a really good relationship with Walmart, and the manager is just such an awesome man. It's unbelievable. He tries to help us out. And there again, Gibson Girls are going to be there opening up for Tim.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
Now, were they there last year?
They were there last year.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
You know what's cool? That just speaks to their character, too. I mean, really does.
Yes.
And so this is going to be starting at 8 a.m. How long does it run to?
8 till, well, he's going to start speaking at 9, so 10-ish, probably.
And now, this is really cool.
And we got I've already got 900 sandwiches.
I was getting ready to ask you. Don't even cut me off. I was ready to ask you, how many sandwiches are we seeing on August 3rd?
900, and then I think 100 donut holes.
That's so
100
cool,
bags
Steve.
of donut holes.
Why do you do it?
It's just...
I hate to ask you that, but I really just got to know, because it takes a lot to do all these events and to go out there every day. I'm curious.
I think it's to me, it's remembering where I came from. And I don't know. And I know you know. I've got over 30 years of sobriety.
Yeah.
And I can remember waking up in ditches and honestly,
oh my
waking up in ditches and not know where I'm at, and just a terrible life, honestly.
Yeah.
And I found the Lord. And the thing of it is, I found it through my son who passed away.
Yeah.
He, it's just unbelievable. There was a time when I got in this car accident, and we were out of money. And the thing of it is, I was making spaghetti, and I went to the cabinet to open it up. I was going to put a can of beans in there to make it grow, make it another day.
Yeah.
There was not one thing in there, not a thing. And I just started bawling and crying. And I looked out the window. Our driveway's like a quarter mile long, and you can see people coming. There's a truck coming down the road, and I'm going, oh, well, great, here's another bill collector.
Yeah.
And because when I got in the accident, it went through workman's comp.
Oh, yeah.
And all that.
Yeah.
It was just like
nightmare.
It was. It was 13 weeks without a check, before we got things kind of straightened out. But this truck that was coming down there, he knocked on the door. He says, is this the Pegram residence? I said, yeah. He says, I got something for you. And he started bringing in boxes and boxes of food.
Oh, my gosh.
And I think that's what started it all. And it was the Dow Church. Yeah.
Oh,
and
my
actually,
goodness.
my son went to the Dow Church at the time.
I did not know that at all. That's the first time I've heard
Yeah.
that story. Wow.
And then he took me to the Dow Church. And the very first time I was there, it was a business meeting at the Dow Church. And it was like, this was weird.
Yeah.
They were kind of not arguing, but disagreeing over the color of the carpet.
Well, that's something.
Yeah, you're right. But I went that night and gave my life to the Lord, to the pastor in the back room, and I just went.
It's incredible, Steve. I mean, what a story.
So that's
wow.
And I've lost 2 children. I know, you know that,
Yeah.
and
so
lost a girl, daughter to drugs, and then there again, that's what the red ribbon. On the shirt is drug awareness, basically.
Absolutely.
So,
well, and I just had to ask because I always talk to you, but I never really have asked why. Because it's just, I just had to go a little bit further there. And it's just an incredible story. And now we kind of hit on this. Breakfast with Santa is going to be July 25th.
Correct.
8:30 a.m. until 10 a.m. And this is going to be at Got Faith Ministry, 508 West Pine Street in Jerseyville. And you're getting sausage and pancakes.
Yes. And a turkey.
Oh, and a turkey. That's right.
Now it's not every person. We're gonna do a family.
Yeah.
Well,
right.
One per family. They'd be going. They'd be
the 7-year-old with a turkey would be kind of funny though.
Right. And that's probably I'm giving away 200 of these tonight. The kids want them. I don't care.
Well, I think that's cool though because even if the kid grabs them, Steve,
they're
gonna go up and say, "Mom, let's make some tacos."
Yeah.
Then you have a family dinner night, and then the family's together.
Yes.
Serving the purpose.
Yes.
This is so
awesome.
Cool. And so I wanted to ask you about this too. There's a couple of more events coming down, and we're gonna and we can come back and you can come back and talk on more in depth. But I wanted to get it for our write-up so we all knew early.
Right.
August the 10th.
Yes.
This is a bigger event for you guys.
It is.
Car for Cans for Cars Crusade.
Yes.
And that was bad.
It's not a car show. It's a car crusade. The car people call them car cruises, and we call it a car crusade because you vote on the car with cans of food.
Yeah.
So you bring your cans of food to us, we give you a ticket, you walk up to there's a bucket in front of each car, and you put a ticket in, and whoever's got the most tickets is the winner.
I gotta read this off again. It was right in front of me, and I read it wrong. Man, Cans for Cars Crusade. I couldn't believe it was right in front of me, and I said it backwards.
Yeah.
So this is gonna be Saturday, August the 10th in the Sinclair Foods parking lot in Jerseyville, and the entry fee is 6 cans
of food, and you can go into Sinclair's and buy your food, cans of food, and come on. Oh, 200 free. Did I say free? Yeah. Free pork burgers.
Whoa.
Yeah, MJ. Normally the Schaefer's cook it, but they're going to be out of town. So MJ from our building, who cooks all the food there for everybody. We cook every time. Just about. We're usually there Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday for sure. But he cooks every Tuesday, Thursday for the help.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
So this is going to be free pork burgers and drinks during the Cans for Cars Crusade by MJ Newberry.
Yes.
We're strapping that grill,
You bet.
So what's the canned goods go towards?
They're going right into Martha's closet.
Okay.
Not Martha's.
Diane
Stumpy's food pantry.
Okay.
And Diane Stumpy was just a special person to me. She, whenever I had a problem, I would go talk to her. She ran the Nature Kist. And the thing of it is, she was like the pastor that I met. Because when I first became a Christian, I had so many questions.
Oh, I bet.
And I was on fire for the Lord, which I think it's went down, but it's still going.
Yeah, it is. That fire's still there.
Yeah. But I always had so many questions, and what he would do, he would just listen to me. He wouldn't say a word, and that's what she would do. And I would figure it out in my head, the answer. and it was just,
I like that, though, because you aren't getting persuaded. It's
Right.
You're finding out the answer on your own.
And that's what I try to do.
Yep.
That's my, and the thing about it is we've got a 12-step for men on Friday nights, and we got a 12-step for women on Friday nights. Totally separate building, totally separate ends of the building, but it's not necessarily drugs or alcohol. Everybody's got problems.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, absolutely.
So it's a place to go for them, and it's just got it work.
It is, man. Well, and I like that because a lot of those things that are just maybe it's you're drinking too much soda, maybe you got it's sleeping issue,
Eating too much,
all those things, but they could lead to those much larger addictions that you can start talking about now and start working on.
Yes,
and have a team around you.
It's a good program. It's really, and I'm just thankful for it, and hopefully, the Sabbath coffee can lead into it, and so many different things can lead into it. Let me see. I've got one more thing, real quick. Let's see. Dairy Queen. I just talked to Dairy Queen.
They got a great Dairy Queen in Jerseyville.
Well, he's going. Do you remember how we did the T-shirt program? He wants to do it for this month for parade. Originally it was for the parade.
Yeah.
The parade got canceled. Guys.
Things happen.
Yeah.
Things happen.
You know what? And I hate to say it so people start looking. I put on the wrong shirt this morning. This one's got a stain on it.
Oh.
And I thought, I went into the bathroom. I saw it. And it's like, oh, man, I don't have where to go change or nothing. So what?
That happens. You just got to keep moving.
So, things happen in your life, but you just got to keep going.
Yeah.
Go forward, And just, praise the Lord, I got a shirt.
Yeah,
There's so many people that don't have shirts. So that's another thing is you just got to always praise the Lord, in all circumstances. Even like my son, my daughter, I'm so thankful that I was able to spend time with them. All those years I got to spend with them.
Yeah.
So
you're right.
It's got to work.
Well, and Steve, it's really just a testament on and how you look at things too, and how people take things in life. Because we all have hurdles and hang-ups. Those things happen every day.
Right.
It's just about what's your mindset like.
Right.
How are you going to tackle this? How are you going to pick yourself back up and keep moving?
Right.
And with God faith, the answer is pretty strong right over there.
Right.
So at Dairy Queen, do you know what date?
Today.
Oh.
It actually started at the beginning of the month. I've got so much stuff I got to post, and I haven't done it yet. He's going till the end of the month.
Oh.
But you walk in with a T-shirt, and he's going to give you 10% off regular priced items.
Yeah.
No, if they got something on sale, he's not going to give you 10% off. He says, I got to make some money.
Well, yeah.
So anyway, and that's going till the end of the month. So
that's really cool.
Wear your Got Faith T-shirt in there.
Well, it all starts tonight with the Gibson Girls at Grove Memorial Park. Steve Pegram, you make 30 minutes fly by pretty quick.
Don't forget, you get a 200 of these. So that's 2,000 tacos. There's 10 in each box, so 2,000 tacos we're giving away tonight.
And then if you make sure to stop by in Christmas in July for the Breakfast with Santa, July 25th, that big old honking turkey is going to be...
Those are good turkeys.
They're good. I'm not joking. I picked it up and I went, oh my goodness.
Man... Holy peppermint stick. So God Faith has been good, and it's a relationship with my cousin Santa.
Yeah.
Santa goes in and says, hey, I need this, I need that. And
I'm telling you what, it's something special.
Yeah.
Well, before I let you go, as always, if you can't make it, folks, tonight, if you can't make it on the 20th, the 25th, the 3rd, or the 10th, Got Faith is a 501c3 nonprofit organization, and now we're still early enough in the year where you're probably planning what your taxes are going to look like.
True.
Make sure you get your deductions in, and I really do encourage, not just because you're hearing bigger than me, Steve, I encourage you to really donate to Got Faith, a wonderful organization that does so much in the community, and that tax-deductible donation as well.
Yes, love it. One more thing real quick. I got all this stuff. Wayne Gibson. Is it Wayne?
Wade.
Yeah. I just went there yesterday.
Papa Toodles?
Yeah.
Oh, I love him.
Yeah, he says you were just sitting here the day before.
Yeah.
Or a couple of days before.
I was just in the chair on Tuesday.
Yeah.
I had a haircut and an appointment, and I just killed two birds with one stone.
I love it.
They're great people.
Yeah, I love it. They are really great.
You know
awesome.
what I like about Papa Toodles, too? Everyone in there has always got the best stories.
Yes.
I just love that.
And I think they love me when I come in because everybody's got...
Yep.
Because that's what he does. He gets you pumped up and gets you to start talking.
Well, he motivates. I love it. I love it. That's cool as hell.
I thought that was so cool because he said, what are you doing? I said, well, I've got a thing with CJ tomorrow. CJ, I just cut his hair. It's like,
James is my buddy.
That's how God works, you know, and transfer, people to people and people. And it's just,
That's just so cool, man.
Yeah.
Steve, we've talked for about 30 minutes, and it felt like 5.
Oh, yeah.
It always does. We'll make sure to link everything in a write-up on RiverBender.com.
I appreciate it.
But,
yeah.
Steve, do you got faith?
I do.
I do, too. And we'll see you tonight at Grove Memorial Park for the Gibson Girls. What time again?
7 o'clock.
We'll see you there.
No matter the season, Played Again Sports in Edwardsville has the gear the athletes need to get in the game. Whether you're shopping for the newest sports equipment or saving money on quality used gear, Played Again Sports carries what you need to maximize performance to get the most out of every swing, kick, stroke, or shot. We'll even buy your used goods, paying cash on the spot. We carry all the gear for all the sports all year long. We're your hometown sporting goods store. Play It Again Sports, conveniently located at 4 Club Center Court in Edwardsville.
I just got a new air conditioner. Top of the line.
I bet mine's better. It's so efficient and quiet, I hardly know it's running.
I've got you both trumped. I've got a Linux.
So do I.
Barrett Heating and Cooling carries Linux products to meet any budget. Don't gamble with your energy dollars. Call Barrett Heating and Cooling and start saving today.
Lennox. Innovation never felt so good.
With over 20 years of experience, Wilson's Tree Service has the expertise to handle all of your tree care needs. Licensed and fully insured, their team of experts are dedicated to providing reliable service. Plus, with a 24-hour emergency service line, Wilson's will always be there for you. Don't risk tackling that timber by yourself. Trust the local professionals at Wilson's Tree Service. Visit treeservicealtonil.org to get started today.
Welcome to Evergreen Place, a community that embodies joyful living, independence, and financial freedom for seniors. If you're looking for a full day of activities or to relax in your apartment, we have you covered. Located on the Alton Memorial Campus. To know us is to love us. Experience the difference at Evergreen Place.
Life's better when you're under our roof. That's because our expert agents will make you feel totally protected with the right auto and home coverage at the right price. Also, you can enjoy the dreams you've worked so hard to achieve. American Family Insurance.
Since 1993, Sparks Junk Removal is always adapting to the needs of our clients. That is why we now offer weekly trash pickup for selected areas. Plus, we offer driveway-safe rubber-tired dumpster rental. Give us a call today at 618-781-1407 or visit us at sparksjunkremoval.net.
Not sure if you've noticed, but those advertised prices from the other dealers are just a bunch of blah, blah, blah. At Roberts Motors, the advertised price is the price you pay. And that, my friend, is great news for you. Don't fall for their so-called incentives that will leave you banging your head against the wall. Go with Roberts Motors. Prices you can trust and people you will like. That's the Roberts Motors way. And trust me, it's the way to go.
In the heart-pounding moments of the game, every move counts, just like in chiropractic care. Dr. Andrew Dykman of Rosewood Chiropractic champions this belief, supporting our teams in every drive and supporting his patients for nearly 20 years, offering affordable, compassionate, all-natural wellness care. Call 618-259-2676 or visit rosewoodchiropractic.com today.
Welcome back to our daily show. Here's CJ.
I wish I had a few more drops of the good
10:16. Welcome back. Let me go through a brief little newscast for you. Sorry that we went over, but always like chatting with Steve Pegram. And I just think it's great that James trimmed his beard. James is really one of the best hairstylists around. I'm glad to call him my own. Makes me look really kind of better because I get really ratty looking within 4 weeks. Hey, here's what's happening around the Riverbend and what you need to know. James Woody, affectionately known as just Woody, has always been passionate about construction, starting his business right out of high school with skills learned from his father. Woody built a successful career despite economic fluctuations from the 70s challenges to the better times of the 1980s. Woody's perseverance was unwavering. Alongside his wife Doris, who managed the financials, Woody Construction, it thrived for 40 years. Now retired, Woody enjoys observing renovations at Cedarhurst of Bethalto, reflecting on the advancements in construction techniques. His legacy marked by dedication, honesty, and a deep commitment to his workers and his community. A lifetime of craftsmanship and community dedication for James Woody. The Edwardsville Municipal Band is inviting the community to choose joy tonight at 8 p.m. at Gleon Etzkorn Bandstand in City Park. The evening concert will feature lively marches, feel-good classics, and whimsical melodies celebrating joy and togetherness. The event is free and open to all, providing a perfect opportunity for family, friends, and neighbors to enjoy an evening of music. Attendees are encouraged to bring lawn chairs or blankets for comfortable seating. Concessions will be available, with proceeds supporting the SIUE Suzuki Tour Group. For more details, visit the band's Facebook page and Instagram pages as well. The rising tide of youth gun violence in Alton has city officials urgently searching for answers. At the July 8th Committee of the Whole meeting, 4th Ward Alderwoman Rosetta Brown highlighted the epidemic, citing recent incidents involving a 14-year-old and a 16-year-old. Brown, who has been actively supporting these affected families, called for community suggestions. Police Chief Jarrett Ford emphasized the need for proper parenting and community involvement. Alderman David Gann proposed forming a committee to tackle that issue collaboratively with local schools and organizations. Brown supported revisiting this idea under a new resolution separate from other city initiatives. Also, in the news this morning, a media event is scheduled for 10 a.m. Tuesday, July the 16th at Gordon F. Moore Park, located at 4550 College Avenue in Alton, to provide an update on the sinkhole situation affecting the soccer fields and the park's closure. The event will feature Alton Mayor David Goins and New Frontier Material representatives, along with other parties involved in addressing this issue. They'll discuss the sinkhole that developed on the morning of the 26th of June and has since expanded due to the extensive rainfall in the area. Given the significant level of public interest, we are committed to providing meaningful updates and information to the public, Mayor Goins said in a statement. Operations at Gordon Moore Park have been halted, and access to the affected area is strictly prohibited under the directive of the Mine Safety and Health Administration. Geological experts from both the MSHA and New Frontier Materials are conducting comprehensive inspections. The park will remain closed until it is certified safe for community use by the MSHA and the City of Alton. The City of Alton and New Frontier Materials have emphasized their commitment to public safety and assured the community that every effort is being made to resolve the situation with minimal impact. We are fully dedicated to working with the City of Alton to remediate the issue swiftly and safely, said Mike Clark, the CEO of New Frontier Materials. The safety of our community is paramount, and we appreciate everyone's cooperation and understanding during this time. Residents are strongly advised to avoid entering Gordon Moore Park until official clearance is given. The park will again remain closed until declared safe by experts involved in the ongoing assessment. At 10:21, that's a look at what's happening around the Riverbend this morning. Let's take a look at your weather. 75 and feels like 80 out there today. Partly sunny with a thunderstorm in parts of the area. Tonight, mainly clear, humidity at 76%. Today, Temperatures reach 86 degrees. They drop down to 65 overnight, a 40% chance of thunderstorms. On Friday, a high of 87, a low of 69 degrees with another 40% chance of thunderstorms. On Saturday, a high of 91, a low of 72 with a 60% chance of thunderstorms. And on Sunday, a high of 96 degrees, a low of 73 with no rain in the forecast. On Monday, a high of 97, a low of 74. That's a look at your weather forecast for the day and the next 5. For time and temperature, give this number a ring, 618-465-4545. This time powered by Tom Lane. He is your local State Farm. Give me a second. Agent. All right, now that I have you here, Alton Little Theater is preparing for Oliver. August the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 8th, and the 9th, 10th, and 11th are awaiting for you. Evening shows on August 2nd, August 3rd, August 8th, and August 9th, evenings at 7:30 p.m. And then on August 4th, 10th, and 11th, those are matinees at 2 p.m. It is the big summer family musical, Lionel Bart's Oliver. The classic musical from the golden age of Broadway has such beautiful music, clever staging, endearing characters, and humor that will touch your hearts. Tickets, $25 for adults. Youth, you're paying $18. And this is what I think's cool. You've heard Kevin Frakes on the show. You've heard Lee Cox on the show talking about it. The set looks amazing. The fact that Alton Little Theater can put out all these components and make it feel like the big stage right there in their space on in Alton on Elm Street, it's just amazing. They take it a step above everybody else, and that's why, folks, they are the longest, most continuous little theater in the state of Illinois and one of the most continuous little theaters in the country. They bring the best performers from our region. Some even that live in the city of Alton and live in the Riverbend are performing too, but others that drive for hours to come and entertain you at Alton Little Theater. You can get your tickets now for August 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 8th, 9th, 10th, and 11th by going to altonlittletheater.org. You can get your tickets that way, or, call the box office, 618-462-3205. That's 618-462-3205. And don't forget to tell them that you know who sent you over their way. altonlittletheater.org. That's Alton Little Theater. .org.
No matter the season, Play It Again Sports in Edwardsville has the gear the athletes need to get in the game. Whether you're shopping for the newest sports equipment or saving money on quality used gear, Play It Again Sports carries what you need to maximize performance to get the most out of every swing, kick, stroke, or shot. We'll even buy your used goods, paying cash on the spot. We carry all the gear for all the sports all year long. We're your hometown sporting goods store. Play It Again Sports, conveniently located at 4 Club Center Court in Edwardsville.
I just got a new air conditioner. Top of the line.
I bet mine's better. It's so efficient and quiet, I hardly know it's running.
I've got you both trumped. I've got a Linux.
So do I.
Barrett Heating and Cooling carries Linux products to meet any budget. Don't gamble with your energy dollars. Call Barrett Heating and Cooling and start saving today.
Lennox. Innovation never felt so good.
With over 20 years of experience, Wilson's Tree Service has the expertise to handle all of your tree care needs. Licensed and fully insured, their team of experts are dedicated to providing reliable service. Plus, with a 24-hour emergency service line, Wilson's will always be there for you. Don't risk tackling that timber by yourself. Trust the local professionals at Wilson's Tree Service. Visit treeservicealtonil.org to get started today.
Welcome to Evergreen Place, a community that embodies joyful living, independence, and financial freedom for seniors. If you're looking for a full day of activities or to relax in your apartment, we have you covered. Located on the Alton Memorial Campus. To know us is to love us. Experience the difference at Evergreen Place.
Life's better when you're under our roof. That's because our expert agents will make you feel totally protected with the right auto and home coverage at the right price. Also, you can enjoy the dreams you worked so hard to achieve. American Family Insurance.
Since 1993, Sparks Junk Removal is always adapting to the needs of our clients. That is why we now offer weekly trash pickup for selected areas. Plus, we offer driveway-safe rubber-tired dumpster rental. Give us a call today at 618-781-1407 or visit us at sparksjunkremoval.net.
Not sure if you've noticed, but those advertised prices from the other dealers are just a bunch of blah, blah, blah. At Roberts Motors, the advertised price is the price you pay. And that, my friend, is great news for you. Don't fall for their so-called incentives that will leave you banging your head against the wall. Go with Roberts Motors. Prices you can trust and people you will like. That's the Roberts Motors way. And trust me, it's the way to go.
In the heart-pounding moments of the game, every move counts, just like in chiropractic care. Dr. Andrew Dykman of Rosewood Chiropractic champions this belief, supporting our teams in every drive and supporting his patients for nearly 20 years, offering affordable, compassionate, all-natural wellness care. Call 618-259-2676 or visit rosewoodchiropractic.com today.
Welcome back to our daily show. Here's CJ.
10:28, welcome back. 10:29, but who's counting? Sydney Sings in studio. You're still alive.
I'm still alive. It's a good week.
Well, I'm not gonna lie. People always see Chicago on the news, and it's like, is it that bad?
Well, okay. So what happened is I went to Chicago for a few days, right? And that was great. It was a great experience. Is it that bad? I don't know. We no, don't spit on the equipment. But no, it was good. It was a great experience.
The way you framed that was beautiful. That was a beautiful
you.
framing.
Yeah, right? Like, I can't speak to that. But it was a great experience. We felt very safe. I was there with a couple of friends, and we were careful. So, to answer your question, yes, I'm still alive, and I had a good time. That's, in my mind, that's what matters. I consider it a successful trip. I came back, so.
And you actually had quite the experience, I heard.
Yeah.
So take me through when the decision was made that we were going to go to Chicago.
Well, it was a couple of months ago we decided we wanted to take a trip. So me and my friends, we hang out a lot. We go to a lot of things, and we try to take trips every now and then, like little weekend trips.
Like on your favorite rocket ship? Or?
Yeah, exactly. Don't do this to me, CJ. But we went to Arkansas. We went on a float trip. We're trying to do a lot of things.
Yeah.
My friends are, one of my friends is going to med school soon, and he's moving away. So we're trying to spend a lot of time together before that happens, right? So yeah, shout out to that guy. But anyway.
Good job, that
guy. Good
for
you. But anyway, so we decided to take this little trip to Chicago and just spend a couple of days there. And we figured it would work out really well if we went over the 4th of July weekend. So we went, and I should have foreseen the fact that we had a day off and could do this pretty easily meant so did everybody else. And so it was very, very crowded there. But it was a fun time. We walked around. We saw a lot of things over the last few days.
So let me ask you this. Before we go into your real trip experience, one last bad joke. Okay.
No, I'm ready for it.
Did they have any public service announcements on how to differentiate the gunshot from a firework?
So, so I'll admit, as we were walking around, there were a lot of bangs, and I was like, this is probably nothing. This is probably fine. But every now and then, it got just a little bit nerve-wracking.
I had to ask. You're walking by, someone go, Charlie, Tango 225, all that stuff. But the war zone. But you had fun, though. It seems like it was really just a mild trip.
Yeah, it was just a was just a chill time. We walked around. We walked about 25,000 steps every day, so that was exhausting. But it was very fun to see what was going on in the city and see what was up. And we ate some great food. So Chicago food, 10 out of 10, gotta say.
What was your first stop?
So we went. We basically got iced coffee and we started the day and we drove into Chicago. And by the time we got dinner that night, it was like 8 p.m. So we were very tired, very hangry, and we ended up getting dinner at this like hole-in-the-wall tavern that was there, and it was so good.
25,000 steps
every day. Yeah.
Are you sure?
I'm positive. Yeah, it's according to my phone anyway. It's wild. I'll say it was definitely.
Do your legs hurt?
Yes, a little bit. It definitely threw me off for a couple of days.
The average. Hold on here. Let me just make sure I'm right. Just because I googled this.
No, that's fair.
My ADD kind of kicked in here.
No, that's fair. Call me out. I'm ready for
No. It's not calling you out. It's kind of giving you props here. I have no doubt you walked it. It's roughly 12 miles.
Yeah, according to our phones, right? That's what it said. It said we walked 12 miles a day, which was wild and exhausting. But that's the thing. If you don't want to pay for Ubers or taxis, which we didn't, we wanted to do this trip on a budget. So we decided we're going to walk.
What was the budget?
It was low. We said, we paid the money to go to the Airbnb. So that was our biggest expense. But we decided we were going to basically try to do as much for free as possible. So we went to the Art Museum had for 4th of July. They had free admission for Illinois residents, so we went to that.
That's cool.
It was really cool.
So, okay.
Yeah.
I got to ask you about the picture before we go into the... I watched Family Guy, okay? That's where I get my cultural references.
For sure.
But Family Guy obviously steals all the big cultural references and puts them in their show with just an animated version. I thought that this picture, and we all know the picture, okay, I gotta find this. I gotta find this scene, and I'll play it. I'll get taken off of Facebook today, but I don't care.
That'd be fascinating. Yeah.
But this picture, I pictured the Family Guy cutaway, where it's Stewie, like, mesmerized by this painting.
Yeah.
But that's really a Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Have you seen Ferris Bueller's Day Off? Okay, well, first of all, you gotta watch that, because that's a great movie. You'll love it.
I do give you movie suggestions.
Yeah.
It's very fair that you give me some.
And I don't watch them, so you probably
thank you very much.
No, it's not
I'm going to. I am going to watch to prove a point.
Yeah, you get back to me on that. But no, so on Ferris Bueller's Day Off, there's this scene, they travel all around Chicago that day, and it's very fun. It's a very good movie. But there's this scene where they're at the Art Institute of Chicago, and there's like the Smith song in the background, and they're staring at this painting, and it's very cool. And so when we went to the Art Institute, we decided, like, we needed to see this painting. I decided I needed to see this painting. My friends were like, whatever. So
good friends.
Yeah, they are good friends. But so we went along, and we found this painting that has this big scene in the movie, and we just stared at it for a few minutes, and it was awesome. It was very cool to see all of these very famous paintings. I had never been to the Art Institute before, so there was like Van Gogh and Picasso, and it was awesome.
How long did it take you to adapt to the way of life of a Chicagoan? Is that what you call them?
Probably. I don't know, but I'll say we never quite got there. But we were like in between. We weren't quite like the tourists that like are terrified, but we were also not by any means like the experts, right? So we're walking around with our GPS on our phone, like turning around, looking all over, and then at the same time we're able to use the L. So we managed that,
That's what
which I was pretty proud of.
So what is the? I'm not a Chicago person.
No, you're good. That's
I haven't
the train
gone
system.
I haven't gone since I was like 5 or maybe 7.
No, you're good. I went last year for the Taylor Swift concert, so I've been a couple of times
so
in the
you're
last few years. I'm basically a native, but anyway. So we went and we took the L, and that's where we.
Normally I do too.
Yeah. But we managed that, and we only got on the wrong train one time, and so I'd say that's a huge success in our minds. We managed that really well.
Did you, if you get on the wrong train, do you go quite a far ways away?
Luckily, we noticed right before we got to the next stop, so we were able to jump off and jump on the right one, so that was good.
So you saved it.
We saved it, and we didn't lose anybody on the train system, which was a win. I was afraid we were gonna like break up our group halfway through, but we managed. I'd say it was a successful trip. Everybody came back, so that's a win.
That's very true. So let me ask you, what was your favorite part of this? Because you trekked over Millennium Park, you took the picture of the bean.
Yeah, you gotta.
Isn't that impressive?
I it's kind of fun.
I gotta ask you though, because you're honest. Like, is it something you go travel for?
I don't know if it's worth going once, right? But it's kind of like the Arch. Like, you want to see it one time. But I'll be honest, I haven't been up in the Arch since I was like a little kid.
I don't think I've ever been up in the Arch.
Yeah, like, you see it once and you're like, oh, that's pretty cool, and then you move on. So it's the Bean's kind of the same way, but like, it's still fun. If you're gonna go, you gotta go check it out. So we took a picture in the reflective surface of the Bean, and we had like a nice little experience there in Millennium Park, and we went to those fountains where they spit the water out. You know what I'm talking about? It's like these fountains.
Sounds like a gross fountain.
It's kind of weird. It's an art installation where they have faces on the fountains.
Oh, okay, I get it.
Spits out. Yeah, it's kind of interesting. And we went and we just sat there for a couple of minutes and rested our feet, and so that was a fun little Millennium Park trip.
So I gotta ask you, did you go to Portillo's?
I did not.
Ooh.
No, missed it.
John, you gotta talk to her, man. You gotta talk to her.
I missed it. That's my bad.
Now, I gotta ask you, what deep dish pizza did you go with? Because this is a whole debate in Chicago.
No,
Where
that's
do you
fair.
go for your deep dish pizza?
So we went to Luminaldi's, so I'm sorry if
call.
I
No,
said
that's
that
a good
wrong,
call.
But
Oh,
no,
I
it
get
was
it.
good. I thought it was good.
Are
I'm
you
going
a
to say
deep dish
something
Oh, no.
controversial.
Okay.
I think all pizza kind of tastes the same.
Oh, no! No!
So I love deep dish pizza. I think it's great, but I think it kind of tastes the same as everything else. So I thought it was good. I enjoyed my trip, but like I like Domino's too. So what are you gonna do?
I have an idea.
No, let's hear it.
We're gonna have a blind taste test on pizza.
Okay,
Okay. Blindfold and all. We're gonna get pizza from local establishments, Domino's.
Yeah.
And Papa John's. You got to get those, Little Caesars,
Absolutely.
and then you got to find like 3 others from locals.
No, that sounds fun.
Can you differentiate? I can't say that word. I don't know if I have like some medical thing going
No,
on,
it's
but I
okay.
just can't. I don't know what happened. I used to be able to say differentiate all the time. Now I'm just peanut butter.
You just gotta avoid it. You just gotta.
It's definitely some tick going on today.
You gotta get around
That'd be a good thing.
No, that'd be fun. That sounds like a fun 9 a.m. task. I think it'd be a very fun
You
thing
gotta
to do
sit
on
there
the show.
and strap the damn blindfold on, and you're ready to go.
No, it's a plan. Don't tease with me
No,
about
it's
pizza.
not a
I'm
tease. We're
serious.
going to do this. So now, deep dish. Do you like the fullness to it?
I think it's good. I think it's good every now and then. You
Yeah.
know, I think it's a lot. I don't know. Do you like deep dish pizza?
So I have a point about deep dish pizza.
let's hear
I
it.
love deep dish pizza, but it's got to be, what happens is if you have it delivered,
Yeah.
it sits too long, and you can't let deep dish pizza sit.
You're so right.
You know, you just can't. It's got to be eaten right when it's ready to go.
You're right.
And so then it's good, but then when it gets cold, though, a little bit, and you have to microwave it, oh, what a terrible experience.
Yeah, leftover deep dish isn't really the
No,
move.
no.
You got to be prepared. If you're going to order a pizza, you got to be prepared to eat the pizza.
Or bring your air fryer.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the best way to reheat pizza.
I've actually discovered that recently.
Yeah,
it's pretty good.
Wonderful.
Yeah, who knew? We need an air fryer for the office. That'd be great.
Yeah, we do. I got a whole turkey to put in there today.
There we go. I look forward to seeing that.
So you had a deep dish pizza, but now let me talk to you about this karaoke bar.
Okay, yeah, let's hear it.
Because, the CJ in me wants to say, what, 1 a.m., that could be dangerous.
No, so here's the thing. So you're right, though. We went out and we went to a karaoke bar, which was very, very fun. But yeah, it was late. And coming back on the train back to the Airbnb at like 2 in the morning, like, oh my gosh, I don't recommend that. I'll be honest with you. I do not recommend that to people.
Taser?
I was kind of on guard. But that's my favorite thing about going on the train system is everybody has the same goal pretty much on the train system, which is to get where you're going and not get messed with. And that's like
true.
pretty much the goal of everybody there. So
Do they got a rat problem like they have in New York in the trains?
We did see rats, yeah.
Were
so
they
that was
big?
kind of fun.
Were
They
they
were
big
kind of
ones?
big.
Oh.
They were big. It was kind of fun. It was kind of like, oh, we made it to the city.
I got to ask you, because like to me, because there's nights like people that have found out I'm on my Vegas trip the first night, but the late nights when for me it was seeing the sunrise, but for you it's 1, 2 in the morning. There's like a really weird, like euphoric feeling when you're kind of walking back from a fun night.
Absolutely, yeah. All of a sudden you're not tired anymore.
Yeah,
you're, like,
you want to
ready
keep
go.
going. Yeah. You don't want it to end.
Yeah, we didn't go to bed until like 3:30 that night, and it was horrible the next day. But it's okay because it was a fun time, so that's what matters.
So, but was everyone kind of just on cloud nine, you think, though, the whole trip? Was it that good of one?
It was a good trip. I think everybody, one of the things that's great about this is we all get along pretty well.
Yeah.
So we were all on the same page. We've traveled together before, so we kind of get how to do it together. That's the thing when you're going to travel with friends. I think you just have to be very go with the flow. That's like the lesson that I've learned over the years. And so everybody there was very go with the flow, which worked out well.
Now, where did you tell people you were from when they asked?
No one actually asked me that. Nobody approached me. Yeah, I don't know, but I would have probably said St. Louis.
That's what I was going to ask you. Okay.
I'll be honest with you. As much as I love to specify Alton, we had somebody who we were talking to for a while, and we were trying to explain we're from Alton, which is close to St. Louis, and it was very confusing. But we got there. We got there eventually. So what are you gonna do?
It's true. So your last night in Chicago, you're exhausted. Stood with my aching feet in Lake Michigan. Is Lake Michigan, do people do that?
Yeah, it's interesting.
Because I don't know.
Well, we kind of came across it on accident where they had a little beach situation there where with sand and people, in the daytime, people come and swim in the lake. But at nighttime, people were just there kind of hanging out. And so we went and we stood in the water. And it was really weird to be on a quote-unquote beach when there's skyscrapers around you. So that was bizarre. But it was very cool. It was neat to check it out and see the lights on the water and that kind of thing. So it was just one of those moments, when you're kind of like, oh, this is nice to be alive. It's
what time was
that
at?
That was 10:30.
Oh, okay. So you're within the margin of error there.
Yeah, that was early,
You're
basically.
early.
Yeah. No, in my life, I want to say right now, I am not actually that of a party animal.
No.
Bed
That's why when you said 1 in the morning, you told me that during the week, and I went, what?
That is not me. I go to bed at 9:30 usually, so I was thrown
that's
off.
a CJ thing. I was like, man, you had fun. But I think it's great. So what's your go-to karaoke song?
Well, I held it in this time. I said, I'm going to be strong. I'm not going to perform karaoke and regret it the next day. And so, I wasn't cool. I was kind of lame about it, but I was like, I'm going to keep it in. That being said, we heard some great songs. We heard some ABBA, which is fun, and we also heard some songs that shouldn't be sang at karaoke, like some Adele, some slow songs. You shouldn't sing those at karaoke. That's not fun.
I've said that before.
Yeah.
I was doing karaoke. Well, a great friend of mine was doing karaoke. And he did You Got a Friend by James Taylor. I mean, here I am busting out Rhinestone Cowboy, sweating profusely, gyrating on stage, working the crowd.
Good
and
for
then
you.
I'm hit with, winter, spring, hell.
Literally,
Get out of here.
It's not the vibe. I'm
still
sorry.
love you, buddy. I still love you, buddy. You know what I'm talking about out there. So, so is the water actually black in that lake, or is that just because it was dark outside?
It was because it was dark. It was actually pretty clear.
I'm not blind.
No.
Is there a certain hue to this?
That'd be interesting.
Yeah,
no, it was pretty clear. So I was impressed, but it was kind of gross too, because it's like a lake in Chicago. So that's all you need to know. It's kind of disgusting, but you gotta just.
She
go
said
with
it. I didn't. She said it. No. Did you hear they're gonna put a type of beach like that in Vegas? They said.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Where?
I don't know. They said that was the next move. It's some little beachfront, man-made beach.
I've never been to Vegas before, so I'm living vicariously through your stories about it.
We can't talk about those on here.
That's enough.
Listen, I just was very happy to play roulette at 5 in the morning. That's all I'm gonna say.
That sounds awesome.
Now, so when you're going home though, do you get the travel blues like it's done and you got to go back to reality, or do you just get ready to go work?
Yeah, it's interesting. You gotta the way that I live my life is I am pretty much consistently thinking of the next thing, which probably isn't the best way to live, but you're thinking about okay, this was a great trip. What's coming next that I can look forward to? Which you should live in the moment. I highly recommend living in the moment, but that is kind of a fun way to get to the next thing too. But
I want to do that, and I'm right on the plane. I'm okay, when am I going back?
Yeah,
this
literally.
Is fun. And then I'm wait a minute. Oh my God, I have no money left.
Yeah, I gotta check the bank account. That night we got back and everybody had over the trip you put your card down for the meal for everybody or whatever. So that night we were all looking at our transactions, Venmoing each other what we owed, and that was painful to be okay, at the end of the day this is what we actually ended up spending, and that's a little bit hurtful. So I'm recouping a little bit now, but it's okay.
That's good. That's good. Well, going forward, would you go back to Chicago?
I would absolutely go back to Chicago.
For anyone that's fearful, because the news does pander this as a war zone. I mean, it doesn't matter what news station you watch. Eventually, there's a Chicago story with like 800 people shot over the weekend.
It's scary.
But what's your, like, if someone's nervous about it, what's your kind of takeaway?
Well, I don't know, because it's scary anywhere you go,
It
right?
is,
like,
right?
it's,
Yeah.
you know, and it's easy to stay home, and I get that. And I think I'm going to say something that might be controversial, I don't know, but I think after the pandemic, people either, one of two things, either decided I'm never going anywhere.
Hold on, not to cut you off. Shelley Duvall died, the Shining star. Yeah, I mean, she was a hell of an actress.
Oh, that's terrible.
Yeah, remember her?
Yeah, no, I remember her. She was great at
just
that.
happened a couple minutes ago.
Oh.
Okay, back to Sydney. She's more important anyway.
Well, that's kind of sad. No, I just think after the pandemic, either people were like, I want to stay home all the time. I don't want to go anywhere, which I completely understand that mindset.
Yeah.
Or on the other side was, I never want to be trapped in one place again. I want to go everywhere and do things, which I definitely understand. Yeah. So, you know, if you're out there and you're like, I really want to try this, then there's no reason not to. Give it a shot. And there's the thing too, like, there's a lot of people around. It's pretty safe. Don't ride the train at 2 a.m., but like, it's pretty safe out there. If my dad's watching this, I'm sorry.
I was going to ask, did you break the news? Did anyone hear about this before we
come up?
God, I shouldn't have said it then. I wouldn't have
sorry
said
to
it.
my father.
I wouldn't have said it if I didn't know. I wouldn't get you in trouble like
no,
that.
I appreciate it. But, you know, it's all about just being smart. And, you know, we were smart as much as, for the most part, we were smart about
I
it.
hope we aren't watching this live.
Yeah.
I hope it's an on-demand view.
Get a text.
I hope it's an on-demand
What did you do? But, you know, we survived. We're made at home. So
That's
you
cool.
got to go out.
You have a good group of friends, though.
I'm very lucky, and I think I think that's you know, for everybody out there who's kind of like still looking for their tribe or whatever, like, you're gonna find them. That's the thing that I wish I had known more of when I was younger, is like, you will find your people and they'll stick with you, and definitely, you know, keep looking, but it's worth finding them. So, you know, that's my little soapbox for the day.
There you go. How about that? Sydney hitting you with some preaching today. Brian Trust Show will be on at 2 p.m., by the way. And 2 to 3 p.m., You're Beautiful with Brian Trust. You can go to RiverBender.com/beautiful, and that's the link. I just saw that today. I wanted to make sure to plug that. Hey, are you ready to reduce your energy bills? Grid Solar LLC here to help you make that switch to solar power. Solar energy is a sustainable, cost-effective solution that benefits both your wallet and the planet. Now, at Grid Solar, they specialize in creating those custom solar designs that meet your specific energy needs, because everyone's different. You know, their experienced team committed to delivering high-quality solar installations and exceptional service. Did you see? They were on the show. They do a segment, and they found out that Ameren's aggregate program's changing, so the benefits are not going to be as great as they were this year. It's starting to change over effective January 1. So they came on the show. They said, folks, if you want to get all the savings that are currently there, all those programs that are going, you got to book now before September, because once September ends, wake me up, you know? But when September ends, they won't be able to get you on the books in all seriousness. So please call them today. Reach out. That's GridSolarLLC.com, and embrace the future of energy with Grid Solar. They're your trusted partner in the Metro East.
No matter the season, Play It Again Sports in Edwardsville has the gear the athletes need to get in the game. Whether you're shopping for the newest sports equipment or saving money on quality used gear, Play It Again Sports carries what you need to maximize performance to get the most out of every swing, kick, stroke, or shot. We'll even buy your used goods, paying cash on the spot. We carry all the gear for all the sports all year long. We're your hometown sporting goods store. Play It Again Sports, conveniently located at 4 Club Center Court in Edwardsville.
I just got a new air conditioner. Top of the line.
I bet mine's better. It's so efficient and quiet, I hardly know it's running.
I've got you both trumped. I've got a Linux.
So do I.
Barrett Heating and Cooling carries Linux products to meet any budget. Don't gamble with your energy dollars. Call Barrett Heating and Cooling and start saving today.
Lennox. Innovation never felt so good.
With over 20 years of experience, Wilson's Tree Service has the expertise to handle all of your tree care needs. Licensed and fully insured, their team of experts are dedicated to providing reliable service. Plus, with a 24-hour emergency service line, Wilson's will always be there for you. Don't risk tackling that timber by yourself. Trust the local professionals at Wilson's Tree Service. Visit treeservicealtonil.org to get started today.
Welcome to Evergreen Place, a community that embodies joyful living, independence, and financial freedom for seniors. If you're looking for a full day of activities or to relax in your apartment, we have you covered. Located on the Alton Memorial Campus. To know us is to love us. Experience the difference at Evergreen Place.
Life's better when you're under our roof. That's because our expert agents will make you feel totally protected with the right auto and home coverage at the right price. Also, you can enjoy the dreams you've worked so hard to achieve. American Family Insurance.
Since 1993, Sparks Junk Removal is always adapting to the needs of our clients. That is why we now offer weekly trash pickup for selected areas. Plus, we offer driveway-safe rubber-tired dumpster rental. Give us a call today at 618-781-1407 or visit us at sparksjunkremoval.net.
Not sure if you've noticed, but those advertised prices from the other dealers are just a bunch of blah, blah, blah. At Roberts Motors, the advertised price is the price you pay. And that, my friend, is great news for you. Don't fall for their so-called incentives that will leave you banging your head against the wall. Go with Roberts Motors. Prices you can trust and people you will like. That's the Roberts Motors way. And trust me, it's the way to go.
In the heart-pounding moments of the game, every move counts, just like in chiropractic care. Dr. Andrew Dykman of Rosewood Chiropractic champions this belief, supporting our teams in every drive and supporting his patients for nearly 20 years, offering affordable, compassionate, all-natural wellness care. Call 618-259-2676 or visit rosewoodchiropractic.com today.
Welcome back to our daily show. Here's CJ.
Bring it to me. Bring your sweet loving. Bring it on home to me. Yeah, 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 yeah. I know I laughed when you left, but now I know I only hurt myself.
Welcome back. Wanted to fill you in real quick while I have you for a couple more minutes. This date in history, arguably the most impactful event on this day, happened in 1995 with the Srebrenica massacre, which began in Bosnia and Herzegovina. The tragic event, part of the Bosnian War. I'm sorry, I don't pronounce towns as well as I should have. Let me switch this over to the Bosnian War, and it saw the genocide of more than 8,000 Bosniak men and young men by the Bosnian Serb forces. This was a dark chapter in European history. It would later be declared an act of genocide by the International Criminal Tribunal for the former Yugoslavia. It highlighted the profound consequences of ethnic conflict and the importance of international human rights. We jump back to 1804. We find the infamous duel. You already know what I'm talking about, between Alexander Hamilton and Aaron Burr on the 11th of July of that year. Vice President Aaron Burr fatally wounded former Secretary of the Treasurer Alexander Hamilton in a duel in Weehawken, New Jersey. The event not only ended Hamilton's life, but also deeply tarnished Burr's political career, showcasing the volatile nature of early American politics. Turning our attention to the arts, on July the 11th, 1960, Harper Lee's seminal work, To Kill a Mockingbird, was first published. The Pulitzer Prize-winning novel became a cornerstone of American literature, addressing issues of racial injustice and moral growth through the eyes of young Scout Finch. Its impact on society and its relevance continue to resonate, making it a timeless piece of literature. On a more somber note, July 11th, 1979 witnessed the fiery re-entry of the American space station Skylab. After 6 years in orbit, the space station disintegrated upon re-entry, scattering debris across the Indian Ocean and sparsely populated regions of Western Australia. Now, let's spotlight some of the local significant events from the St. Louis Metro East. On July 11th, 1877, the Great Railroad Strike of 1877 reached East St. Louis. This nationwide strike, the first of its kind in the U.S., saw workers protesting wage cuts and poor working conditions. The strike in East St. Louis, it marked by violent clashes and significant disruptions, and it highlighted the growing tensions between the labor and industry during the Industrial Revolution. In the world of sports, July 11th, 1967 was a memorable game for baseball fans, Cardinals baseball fans. The St. Louis Cardinals won a thrilling game against the Chicago Cubs, part of a season that would culminate in the Cardinals winning the World Series. The victory is fondly remembered by fans as part of their storied history. So there you go. All that happened on this date in history. Whew, that does it for us today. Let me fill you in on one last thing today, and that's with Hainer Library. You know, Hainer Library's got a great event coming up on Friday at the Genealogy and Local History Library with that really great George Caleb Bingham in the river paintings. D. Kilgo, we talked with Mary Cordes and Lacey about this. This is really unique. This is all about how river paintings were used in so many avenues, not just for arts that you and I would use them for today, but geographical locations and really detailing what an area looks like. It was huge. And they're going to go through the importance of it with D. Kilgo, who's a PhD. And that's just one of the many events coming down the pipeline. Make sure, if you haven't yet, stop in and check out the Seed Library. You can now find seeds at all three Hainer Library locations. For more information, you just visit the service desk at any of the Hainer Library locations. And then plus the Library of Things, where you can find all that you need when it comes to, maybe just games to do out in the yard this summer, and you don't maybe have $150 for toys at Walmart. They have great items out there at the Library of Things where you just check them out, you return them, and that's it. That's the process. There's so much more. TI-84 calculators, those things break right before finals. Why spend $200 on one when you only need it for one more week, when you can go to the Library of Things, check that sucker out, and return it? There is a volunteer opportunity available at both downtown and Alton Square Mall locations as well. For more information on all of what I just mentioned, HainerLibrary.org. That's HainerLibrary.org. Don't forget to tell them you know who sent you over their way. I'll see you tomorrow for more of our daily show. On that note, join me then. Just have a great day. Make sure you go out and do something nice for somebody. And most importantly, just try your best to stay out of jail.
He said it would. I always leave.